cleanly in their 2 series against MVP and Kongnu Monster. At least 1-2-0, preferably 2. In the event of some unlikely results they may still not go through. If we do see a result where Kingzone is upset by KSV and we see Rox Tigers beat Jinair, then SKT, it doesn't matter how they do, they're out after what has been one of their worst seasons, but that's unlikely given Kingzone's domination. So all SKT can do is pile on victories. Let's see what MVP do about the Zac problem, because they are continuing to ban away Bang.
Yep. So SKT can be saved by either Kingzone or by Jinair, is what you're saying. Very interesting. But the Olaf finally going to be banned, and it's on the blue side, which is interesting. Beyond hasn't necessarily been moving towards it as often as other junglers. In fact, never on his side.
And now you feel like if MVP first pick Zac, SKT takes Sejuani, and if it's vice versa, SKT is even happier. So when it comes to junglers, seems like Blank might be playing a 4th game of Zac, unless MVP really will first pick it away.
Well, Skarner still available as well and still seen as high priority, but ADD is going to pick up his Gangplank, one of his silent achievers towards the top side of the map. Hasn't been doing too badly. MVP have lost the majority of their games. He's still on a 40% win rate over 10 games, which ain't bad.
And he's played it really well.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Unfortunately, it's not a champion that takes over lane. It's about playing the map with the ultimate until the late game. They never got to late game in game 1, and if we see a Galio, which is already locked in, and a mid-game comp from SKT, the power pick might not actually have much value, given they're going to be against some Wombo friends.
Oh yeah, the classic Wombo duo in the Galio and the Zac. We are set up for some fun, bouncy times here, Papa Smithy.
No Zac ban, so no surprise. 4 games in a row on the Zac. Hard to say if Blank's back or if Blank's Zac is back, because he has been able to play this champion each time. MVP could look at some more proactive champions. Skarner does have a lot of options, but usually when we see this matchup, it's all about baiting away the Impale and using the Zac ultimate at the split frame to put that ultimate on cooldown and then still be a Zac with Elastic Slingshot to keep team fighting.
Yeah, we almost see this as the opposite pick. It's the Zac into the Skarner a lot of the times in a pinch for a lot of other teams because of that interaction you're talking about.
Corki versus Galio was always a matchup. It's even better now that Galio's mana costs are a bit out of whack. They are very, very high.
Cooldown on Winds of War as well, meaning that he has to stick around a little bit longer to get those backline minions.
It's costlier and also available less, so that means pretty sad times as they're going to look to answer the Gangplank in the first round. Would you love some magic damage, MVP? Because 3 helpings are there. I don't know if that's the serving size that MVP can deal. Counterpick after all of this. They have the Vladimir into GP, and while Galio's at his kind of worst time against Corki, still going to be pretty comfortable, all things considered. So because they take the blocker Caitlyn, they also get the support counterpick. There's going to be one person who's not going to be knocked up, but everyone else going straight up in the air, Atlas.
Yeah. This is a fun lane, though. We actually saw the opposite situation with the Morgana and the Caitlyn into the Ezreal not work out so well.
I wonder what was
having the Black Shield for the Zac is good.
My first thought was Lulu, actually, from the support role for even more knockups, but the Karma would be similar.
Oh, wow.
I think they're going range support. I said they want a counterpick on the red side. It's going to be a support Karma coming through. I guess it's an outside chance of a Galio support, but let's be real. It's going to be a Galio mid lane. And SKT are being very serious about lane control. They took a blocker Caitlyn to force Pilot into Ezreal, and they counterpick Morgana with another range support to guarantee pushing. Push, push, push. We saw the push, push, push with the W Max Morgana in our first series in a Caitlyn. The Karma is all about the pushing as well. And SKT, they're ready to finish this game in 35 minutes, and they're going to knock people right up into the sky.
Yeah, it's going to be terrifying. They even have some late game insurance, given the fact that Bang will have so much range. The Hemoplague, fantastic for scaling up that damage potential as well. SKT, a lot of options as the game progresses. MVP going to have to play very carefully.
Very carefully, and they do have that 35-40 minute win condition outside of the Ezreal, but getting there, Atlas is looking really, really hard with how much initiation SKT have. Vladimir has a great time top lane against the Gangplank, who can't go for Bandit for those early gold generations that the GP is known for. Not a lot of people to pick if you are the Skarner. I guess Karma is now the person they're going to be trained upon, and Faker's back on the Galio. He was Superman, spreading his wings and carrying an SKT that looked anemic in Worlds 2017. His team is building around him. SKT are building. Playoffs is still an option, but all they can do is beat the teams in front of them and hope results go their way.
Yeah, they're looking...
Maybe watching their team for the last time, although That's only in the LCK, unfortunately. Yes. Oh, we got to talk about
we
this.
got a level 1 as Ian is going to come in there, pick up the first blood on the Corki.
Party bush, Caitlyn invited. Caitlyn goes down and Bang's like, damn it, that could have happened. Didn't
Second
put it
time
in there.
today that we've seen the Dark Binding come up trumps.
He's pushing back, pushing back. He's going to fall low in lane quite frequently. Take longer to get going. It's going to be a Predator lane gank.
Yeah, Black Shield actually comes out. Max is going to land it as Effort is going to be the target. Beyond wants to get there. He's going to get an assist. And that's 2-0 in kills for MVP very early on, 4 minutes into the game.
I mean, Max has been this master of the range support for a long time. He loved the gimmicky brand in the back in the day, making it work on the Morgana as well. That time the flash required to get a second kill. And MVP, they're not going down without a fight. An even cheaper 2-item spike. They know they're on a timer here. Here's the all-in.
Flash comes out very, very quickly from Bang, but the Impale is all too easy. He burns down, and that's going to be the kill delivered over to Pilot. Rift Herald to follow up immediately from MVP, and the aggression is just not stopping from this team. The desperation, they don't want to be going down to the promotion tournament, and they're not giving up without a fight at all.
Yeah, Effort tried to hold onto his flash and died anyway, as they say it in. They've got the Rift Herald to tank it up and the minion wave crashing. This should easily be this coming through. In this particular case, they get it anyway. They get the kill onto Bang, who with flash couldn't get away. They take the turret down, and SKT, he had a first item QSS and a pickaxe, so he was having a real bad time.
Yeah. But that's probably going to be what Bang has to do if Beyond's going to stay down on the bottom side of the map. It was the same situation.
Now, you have one extra flexibility in this particular comp because you have so much knock-up and CC. You could go Infinity Edge first and just try to get crits and play on the RNG game as they're trying for the dive.
Yep, the all-in is going to come down. Hemoplay gets Thal his health back, but Faker can't find the opportunity. Good flash, but it's not quite far enough as ADD should be taken down. SKT wanted to get their first kill. Oh my god, ADD almost trades one back onto Thal.
There was no safety there for ADD. He tried to flash away, but flashed straight into the Stretch Armstrong coming through from Blank. He goes down.
From Pilot should mean that he'll be able to get a few extra each wave. Now Faker getting slowed down to high heaven, gets himself a taunt, but Beyond just wants to get in there with the Impale. He doesn't care about a turret. In goes Blank though. Can they turn this one around? Justice Punch is going to come down as Blank just brings a special delivery under the turret. Minion's still there though, so MVP not going to lose too much. Hemoplay coming down once again.
Ignite's back.
Yeah, misses a lot of the damage, but it doesn't matter. The Ignite's ticking down. Hemoplay grabs a solo kill for Thal under the turret. And can the MVP of Game 1 save them in Game 2?
I gotta admit, always love a man that gets rid of the teleport and gets the Ignite back. You realize he needs to take down the gangplank in the side lane. He doesn't need to be teleporting to fights. His friends will do that. They get a solo turret, as you mentioned, but MVP inching forward slowly onto this outer turret top.
Well, Blank charging the elastic slingshot. He's got half health. Black Shield is going to be there, but he's going to pull Max in. Soul Shackle's not going to do anything. No stuns until the second tick, and they're not going to get there. Too much damage.
Yeah, Zach's really good.
Is pretty damn good, and Beyond actually doesn't get the cooldown, even though he went for the Impale. Now on the bottom side of the map, ADD, he's in trouble. Winds of War down, and he loses the movement speed from popping that barrel. Blank just following him up, and he's got so many CC options. Colossal Smash comes down as ADD. He's doing his best Khan impression of the great top lane escape, but he's going to get Justice punched in the face and taken off the map.
Early review for the Resolve Tree GP. He dies really slowly, but he does still die, and the gold generation delay means Trinity Force only now is complete. He's been laning with no boots, so he's very easy. Not going to be any more than that. Ian has had to delay his item build. He's gone for a QSS. Does he have the latitude to do so when there's Infernals to fight for? First thought it's no, is we're going Wombo time!
In goes Blank. We've got the Hemoplate down as well. Kidnap going to come forward. Max uses his stopwatch at least, but Beyond gets nothing done at all. Cannon Barrage finishes off the Hemomancer as SKT, they get another engage. The flash from Blank. They pull it forward. He's got a brilliant team fight on him, this Zach. And SKT just rip through two more, and they're the carries.
Yeah, double kill from the Karma. Only an ultimate available from ADD. Still has his teleport on cooldown. They'll get a turret, but SKT should break the third of the game. All three outers down. They get a lot of damage onto it. Maybe they'll take an Infernal first and return to it later. But only Max in the mid lane. Nothing to respect, just to support Morgana.
Yeah, and SKT still behind in gold, but this is just how strong this composition is. If that engage works out the way that it does, Blank freely able to get double elastic slingshot engages in there as well with the stretching strike helping out. Just really nice play from SKT, who are rewarded with a second Infernal Drake to continue the wrath of SKT throughout this mid-game.
In Blank Sack, again and again, he's been able to pull it out and be a difference maker. The engage seems strange at the start, but then you know everyone's going to pile in from the side of SKT. Vladimir in the back line isn't able to actually overtake the game. The ultimate, the Hemo Plague, went wide on some of the back line. They keep going. Really nice flash Q to register onto both the AD carries. They both go down, and SKT laning phase was rough. Now the items are there, and the Ezreal's got no value as value might start.
Welcome to the team fight again, Blank, as we get the knock-up onto Beyond. He's being punished as meantime, Bang just solos out the Ezreal. Don't mind if I do, he says. It's Cannon Barrage. Getting a lot of value here, but the Caitlyn still just free hitting in the backline. Blank just going to tank for as long as possible, even going to get the stretching strike for the extra CC, and the taunt comes down. Thal is just going to be fighting ADD. There's so many fronts of this battle as Blank just doesn't stop engaging. Explodes, picks up another kill onto Max. And MVP, it's looking like game one all over again, out of nowhere.
And for once, the kill lead is actually more representative of the game than the gold lead, because the gold lead's only 1,200.
It's nothing.
Even though we know that every time SKT's in a 2v2 or 3v3, and certainly a 5v5, they're going to trade out. The Baron is turned on to double Infernal. Should confirm this. No smite available from Blank, no problem. They'll get it. And SKT ready to go, strapped and ready to close this game 35 minutes.
Yeah, Bang's going to have 3 items here as well, but let's have a look once again. This is the wombo that we've been looking for.
It was actually 2 autos and a Piltover Peacemaker, okay. That's pretty cool. Goodbye, Ezreal. You had some armor, it didn't matter. And from there, a lot of the flashes were already down from the previous fight. Everyone walks up, and one by one, it's free food for SKT.
Yeah, such a great place to fight as well for the Galio and the Zac. The combo is amazing. Even Bang able to get work done utilizing the traps as well in the corridors. And look at Bang, just wanders past. I think he picked that up with potentially a Cinderhulk cross. That's what I mean, yeah.
Kingzone and Jinair represent happiness for SKT. That's ironic given the 96-minute game this season.
Auto attacks also representing happiness as Bang is just doing so much work.
Are we just going to press all our buttons, Atlas? Are we going for the wombo on the turret?
I really hope it. It's Blank. He's going to jump in. Doesn't have the flash as he gets the stretching strike, but Dark Binding was good. And SKT just going to focus on the turret. Stretching strike, he wants it one more time as Beyond. He's just going to get destroyed. Thal jumps in, massive AoE damage as a double kill comes forward from the Zac. Hero's entrance just for fun as Superman Faker's just going to be underneath the fountain golden as the Nexus dies.
SKT playing with their food today against MVP. They get an easy 2-0, and their only other opposition is Kongdu Monster. This is an SKT that will be a privilege to see in the playoffs, but they don't control their own fate. They are going to be big Kingzone and Jinair fans. If one of those two teams pick up the victory, they are in a great spot to get through. If they 2-0 and 2-0, it doesn't matter what the scorelines are, as long as either Jinair or Kingzone upset, respectively, Rocks Tigers or KSV, they will jump ahead. They own the tiebreaker, the game tiebreaker between both two teams. But for today, it was show up and win the game, and they did that so cleanly against MVP.
Yeah, absolutely smashed it, did SKT in this game. Really beautiful. It'll be incredibly sad if they don't make it, because I want to see this SK Telecom